All right, let's give a waffle a try. The waffle-shaped Wordle game. So there's 6 letters and there's 6 words in this puzzle. 3 going across and 3 going up and down. They obviously interlock a little bit. Tile colors are the same as Wordle. So if a tile is green, it's in the right place in the puzzle. If a tile is yellow, it's in the right word in the puzzle, but it's not in the right place. And then the dark gray ones are just in the wrong place completely. So this S is particularly interesting because it's in 2 different words. So the S has to be in at least one of the words. It could be in both potentially, but it can't go in that spot. Presumably this S could not go next to this R, so this S probably has to go somewhere in this up and down word. Honestly, the first word that's kind of popping out at me is on the right here. I think this could be ridge, and this I doesn't necessarily have to be in this word. It could be in this word going across, but there is a yellow D here that could go here, so that would end this word going across, and then it would be ridge up and down. I'm going to take a note of that. I like to keep track of the words that I'm thinking, because just because I think it looks like it would work doesn't necessarily mean that it is definitely the word. And this game is tricky because you might notice that it says 15 swaps remaining at the bottom of the screen. You have to, in order to get a 5-star Wordle or waffle, which is the best possible score you can get, you have to have 5 swaps remaining at the end, so you can only use 10 moves. So you have to be pretty careful about the way you distribute your moves if you want to get 5 stars, which I generally try to do. So I'm going to be very careful about those and take notes and think about the words that I'm using, which will get more and more complicated as time goes on. Okay, so if that was ridge, this word would end in D. We would have used this I. So there could be an I in this word going across, but there doesn't have to be. So I would think that if a word ended in D and had a U here, there was probably an R. Oh, but there's no O, which is interesting, because I would think that if it ended in URD, there was probably an O before it. Doesn't necessarily have to be true, but I don't know what would happen there. So it feels like this word is probably mayor up top. Honestly, there's a black Y here, so that couldn't go in either of these words. It would make a lot of sense for it to go here, and then it seems like this could probably be yours. Actually, that's sort of coming together for me. So I'm actually more confident in that than I am in ridge. So I think top word could be mayor, and then the middle word coming down from the top could be yours, because we need that S in this word presumably, and we have several O's, so it seems like an O probably goes here, so that actually would be both of the O's in the puzzle for mayor and yours. Okay, but then there would be an S here, and we didn't use the A or the T, and cast would fit perfectly there, so that really feels good, honestly. Because so the A and the T can switch, or the A would go in the second place, the T would go over here, and then the S would come down here, and we're sort of rolling there. Okay. So what I like to do now, usually when I get 3 words that seem to fit pretty well, what I like to do is write down all the letters that are not green. So the yellows and the blacks, and then just kind of get a little letter bank going, and then try to eliminate the ones from the words that I use and see what I have left. So I'm going to do that. So SDOEGYYDOIRITAI are the letters that are not green yet, and then so mayor uses a Y and an O are the letters that would go in mayor that aren't green. So O gets eliminated, Y gets eliminated. Then yours, we already used the Y, so O and S would get eliminated. And then cast would just be the A and the T, which we have right here. So these are the letters we have left. I'm not going to do ridge because I'm not unbelievably confident in ridge yet, but I'm going to take a look at what else I have. So there's a ton of I's left. Oh, but mimic? No. Uh-oh. Medic? Okay, medic would work. So it's the D seems like it's probably going to go in the middle of this M word to me. So so if we had medic, I'm gonna try medic instead of ridge because I think the D looks good at the beginning. It just wasn't really fitting at the end. Oh, there are two D's. Could it be medic, druid, and ridge? Would that work? I feel like that's gonna work. Wait, so medic would be so E, D, and I. And then I was just thinking, so ridge would be I, D, G, I, D, G, and then druid would fit perfectly. So those are the words. Awesome. So all of those words work. I know they do because I checked the letters and they use every single letter in the puzzle. Okay, so now comes the sort of second chapter of this entire experience where I move the letters around. And it's important to be careful about this because there are some moves that need to happen in a specific order because there are repeat letters, and if you move the wrong letter into the right place, you might end up wasting a turn. So I have to find any instance where I can move two letters and turn them both green in one move. So I'm going to go through the puzzle and try to find those instances. Alright, so I've found one. This O wants to be an E for medic, and this E wants to be an O for yours. So I'm going to switch these two, and if I'm right about the word, these should both turn green. They did. Perfect. Okay, so we're on to something here. Hopefully the rest of this stuff works out. Alright, so this word is actually supposed to be ridge. I'm going to do something that feels sort of counterintuitive and move this I to where this G is, even though this I is yellow. But if I switch these two, they should both turn green because they're in each other's spots. Because this wants to be an I in ridge, and the G wants to be fourth. Perfect. They both turn green. Looking good. Alright, so I think I'm out of two tile swaps, where I can make one move and turn two tiles green. But I just found a little circle of tiles where I think three tiles are in each other's spots, so I can turn three tiles green in two moves, which is pretty efficient. So I think, so this R wants to be here for druid, this D wants to be here for ridge, and this I wants to be here for medic. So these three tiles are in a little circle. I think if I switch them around, so this R should turn green, it did, and now the D and the I are occupying each other's space, so I can turn two tiles green in one move. There it is. Awesome. And now we've reached a pretty important juncture in the puzzle where we have 6 swaps until we get down to 5. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles remaining. So as long as we turn one tile green every single time, the last move will turn 2 tiles green, and we should be good. So when you have one more swap remaining and you have tiles to move, you are all set as long as you turn one tile green at a time. So I'm going to do that. So this Y wants to go here for mayor. This D wants to go here for medic. This S wants to go here for yours and cast. This T wants to go here for cast. This A wants to go here for cast. And now the O wants to go here for mayor, and the I that it's switching with wants to go there for druid. And we've got ourselves a 5-star waffle. So there it is. That's what you're looking for there. Heavens to Betsy, says the computer. We got 5 stars. You love to see it. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.